So I'm far but the greatest mechanic in the world, but I felt this was something I could do myself, which is installing the reinforcement collar to the Wildcat XX steering box. Rather than a rack and pinion design, they have a geared steering box, and you can see this unsupported area there, and the aftermarket world came up with this little collar that's going to slip in there and potentially keep that from bending when you're out and about rock crawling and whatnot. So first thing you want to do is remove your front fender, or front bumper. Pull off the zip ties off the boot. Actually, it's a clamp on the small end and just a regular zip tie. Jack up the front end so you can turn the wheel out and thread out this the ball, which is threaded on that end. And here's the first issue I've run into, is that this is a little off center, and I know it's going to need to be pounded in, but if you look close, it's higher on top than on the bottom. So I've been able to leverage it a little bit by, well, 7/8 is working, putting it on a long drive bar and tweaking it down, just very minorly. I don't think I'll break it, but I got to create room, and then the collar gets tapped in. So I can't do that with one hand, so I'll be right back. Alright, well, that worked ideally. The 7/8 was a perfect slip, and I was able to lean down on it a little bit and push it in at the same time, and then hammer it in, and there she goes. She's all installed nice and flush. And this is an 18. I know the 19s have the same issue, but oddly they are different size collars. So when you order one, make sure you tell them which one. I found this for $39, which is ridiculous, but you'd pay 10 times that much if that thing broke out in the High Chaparral and you had to get the hell out of there. This came from Speedworks, and there was something here. This is a 24mm socket. The 7/8 works equally as good. And it says will not sit flush once all the way in. Will not sit flush. Well, I'm not going to drive it in any further. I'd have to use something to push it in, but that looks to me like it's sitting flush. So that could be a 19 issue. I noticed too there was it says this part has a slight taper to it. The end with the paint marker on it goes in first. There is no taper to it, and there was no paint marker. So I think all of 4 is in regard to the 19s. Hopefully not the 20s. Anyhow, there you go. Hopefully that helps. Time to put it back together.